Yeah.
You asked me
Mhm.
about the yoga. Yes, I'm very involved in yoga because a lot of times, we get caught up in, you know, this religion. Like, oh man, yoga's so demonic. Yoga's this and that. I'm like, dude, it's an exercise.
Yeah.
You stretch every day.
Yeah.
It's like me saying you go to Walmart and the CEO and everyone in the building is demonic, but you shop there. Like, like it doesn't make sense to me, So I get where some people
That's
may
the
use it.
education thing.
Yeah, I think some people may use it for whatever service they do it for. I don't know, But my reason of doing yoga is one, it's a connection, it's a centering thing, it's a grounding thing,
Right.
and then it comes with meditation, visualization. When you're in the yoga classes and you're in the different poses and different position, you're doing like a mind body connection there. It's not just like a
Right.
let me just throw up some weights and pump them out, like, and nothing wrong with that way either, because you need a good you need some calisthenics.
Everything is balance.
Exactly.
Too much of anything is it gets weird. Like even with religion, like when stuff gets a little too much and too weird, now you're walking your way into a cult. So like it's really just a balance and understanding and education, like of things.
And that's all it is. So when I do yoga, like you said, it's balance. I don't go like this week. I only did like power yoga like maybe once or twice this week, and then like every night before I go to bed, I do restorative yoga, like a grounding, calming the nervous system down, bringing in, restoring the body temple, activating the parasympathetic nervous system, activating the vagus nerve, activating, calmness in the body. So for me, yoga, meditation, all that stuff is, like you said earlier, to bring equanimity, balance, and centering myself. And also, it's a great exercise.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, it's definitely, just people educating themselves and kind of, knowing what works. Because I'm sure there's many different styles, like, of yoga as well. So knowing yourself, what kind of style of yoga to kind of like sticking with that. But that kind of goes into my next question of what do you enjoy doing most and why? It does sound like yoga is pretty high up there. It seems like you enjoy that most.
I mean, that's one of the things that I enjoy. I have other interests, but that's like one of the main things at this season. Meditation, being in nature, hanging out with high-minded, open-hearted people, being in a community of love. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not just like one thing, but being around my daughters, seeing them grow, like that's very important to me. So and this in this stage of life it's everything's evolving. So I just like being in nature right now and just enjoying the weather changing and the season.